I'm Indy and this is Out of the Trenches, where I sit here in my chair of wisdom and answer your questions about the First World War. Okay, Fraggle Wrangler. Oh, Fraggle Wrangler's written to us before. We've definitely answered a question by Fraggle Wrangler before. Okay, well, nice to see you again. Let's see, what do you got? G'day, Flo, Tony, Marcus. Okay, g'day to all of us. G'day, everybody. Hi. Hi, Fraggle Wrangler. The use of rockets during the Napoleonic Wars, the War of 1812, and World War II is fairly well known, but I've never heard anything about them in the Great War. Were they ever used? Keep up the excellent work. Black powder rockets were, in the Great War, were essentially used in two ways. The first was pretty much flares. Like fireworks, they would explode in the air, and depending on the color that was mixed with the black powder, it could signal different things. It's not comparable to a flare gun, but especially from defensive positions in clear weather, quite useful. The other use for black powder rockets was actually as air-to-air rockets, right? Pioneered by French Lieutenant Yves Leprieux, 6 to 8 rockets filled with 200 grams of black powder each were attached to the linen of aircraft wings, right? And each had a little knife at the end. And they were intended to shoot down balloons and theoretically zeppelins by piercing the balloon and igniting the gas. At a range of 100 to 150 meters, they were all shot at once. Now this was preferable at a steep dive, maybe at least 40 degrees or so, since they were already really inaccurate anyway. Moist weather or strong winds could make them fly all over the place. Another pioneer on the German side was the pilot Lieutenant Rudolf Nebel, who had experimented with his own rockets in his Halberstadt. He came to the same results as Prieur, but took his knowledge and kind of premiered German rocket science, right? And later the first technical ideas for German spaceflight in the late 1920s. Goran Jezercic, or something close to that-ish, sorry Goran, says, "Hi Indian crew, of course this is a question for Out of the Trenches. So what happened to blind soldiers or soldiers who were blinded in war? And how were they treated? I don't know if this one will pass to you, but okay." All right, well, but okay. All right, mister. The mechanization of modern war, as well as the nature of trench warfare, made the head the most vulnerable area of the body. You had razor-sharp shrapnel splinters, you had fragmented shells and bullets, rock splinters, you had the pressure and heat from explosions, you had gas. The danger for the eyes was immense, and tens of thousands of people were blinded or partially blinded as a result. And not just soldiers, the women as well, working in factories, they were exposed to acid chemicals and explosive accidents, and they were sent home, crippled in a way that was difficult to treat. If a soldier lost an arm or a leg, he could still be employed in a lot of services or given a prosthetic limb that would make him, I guess you'd say, useful to society. But no such luck for the blinded, no. A pioneer in the effort to change that was Sir Arthur Pearson. He created Sir Dunstan's, a place where blinded soldiers would not only be treated, but also given a chance to return to society as useful citizens, okay? He said, "I wanted them to be led to look upon blindness not merely as a calamity, but as an opportunity." He was definitely a pioneer in this field with his philosophy of giving the blinded their independence and their confidence back by training them in working without eyes. They were schooled in jobs like basket weaving, gardening, massaging, boot repair. But he also gave them back social skills and confidence by showing them how to dance, to do sports, to rhetoric, things like that. Because you gotta remember, most of these guys, these were young guys who had like a lot of their lives left. So this is a really traumatic thing for them. And many who were rehabilitated in his institution were reintroduced into working life or married life. By leaving, Pearson would give his patients little signs of independence, like Braille watches. Germany and France had similar organizations and institutions. These were often led by charities or the church, but some other countries not so much. I mean, not only like, I suppose, chaos-stricken countries like the Ottoman Empire or Russia, but also Canada and Australia, who were totally unprepared for such situations, and they did not offer a lot of possibilities for the blind. That's it for today, but if you'd like to see our special episode about plastic surgery and the Great War, which is really interesting, you can click right here for that. And like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter, and once again, all your dreams will come true. See you next time.